all of a sudden,
All of a sudden, what?
I got very bad listening on your audio,
Really?
but it went away.
Oh, okay, good. It probably just when it was initiating. You see the thing under private chat now? Do you see that on your end?
I see recording.
Yep, that's it. That's a new thing.
Yes.
So now what it is
It's staying
doing,
until the recordings are done uploading.
yeah. So don't leave until I tell you that we're clear on that.
Okay, then.
So what it's going to do is theoretically record your audio on your end, my audio on my end, and then I'll be able to smash them together after everything's over.
Hopefully, the twain shall meet.
Yeah, we'll see. And then if it's not a thing that we like, we don't do that no more.
If it's suckakas,
Yes, that cup of butter sauce. I'm finishing my El Dorado 21 tonight. Once again, Cranky's here. Rob's here.
mm-hmm.
Oh, and John's here. So, and Nipsey's here. What the hell? Why don't we have anybody showed as viewing? I'm showing zeros. What are you showing?
6.
Oh, good. Maybe it's just
just
I don't have my
updated.
glasses. Okay.
And they're all on Twitch.
Nice.
They're
All right, well,
all on Twitch.
let's kick this pig then.
All right.
So I will come over here and I will give you your 5 in Shri. Woo's your mama?
This week on the Mystery Brief Years of Hip Hop, airline rivals, Snoop with another paw in the pie, Questlove doing his Woo impression, the world's first hip hop band back with new music, and the latest presidential announcement. What else? Let's listen.
It's not just any day. It's Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Now with trend, street now.
I want y'all to count the name of my 1, 2, 3.
And now, here's your host, Bill Winters, and Mr. Throwback himself, James Robbins.
And a pleasant hello to everybody. Welcome to Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 460. Coming at you live and direct with your two favorite idiots, bringing you all the hip-hop news that is the news across the nation. Bill up in New York, Jamie down in Virginia. How are you, my friend?
I will let Nipsey answer for me once again.
He did.
I'm well.
I
I'm
see
well.
that.
Yeah, I'm well because I got an actual surgery date so they can poke around inside my knee and see what the fuck's going on.
Very
So I'm
nice.
excited. But
Excellent.
in the meantime, in between time, I will put down this El Dorado 21 that I've got.
Very nice.
Yes, and as Rob said, happy Monday to everyone who's here live. Happy Thursday to everyone else. Rum exchange, yes. There's a nice little rum exchange going on. If you're in, you're in. If you're not, hit me up on Facebook and I will give you the details.
I wanted to be in on it, but sometimes it's there are just some times where you have to pick and choose your battles. So.
It is, and it's not a great time of the year to be asking people to spend money, even though it's only one bottle that you have to purchase. But still, and this evening I do not have a Mr. Throwback Thursday mug.
You have?
Some
the brand new
Dark
Ouija
Spirit.
board, Dark
Yes.
Spirits mug.
And I have Dark Spirits in my Dark Spirits.
Of course
And,
you did,
I'm-
because you
and
bought
I'm
like
drinking-
8 bags of it.
And I am drinking some Dark Spirits with my Dark Spirits in my Dark Spirits mug.
I know. I saw your booty or your bounty or whatever you want to call it.
Well, you've
of
seen my
the,
booty too, so whatever,
Yeah, not on purpose. I didn't. Yeah, I'm still working on the Ginger Dead. I have not ordered any of the dark spirits because $30 for 8 ounces is a pretty steep price.
It is. And Cranky, it doesn't say which holiday. It could be for any holiday. It could be the 4th of July holiday rum exchange. I don't care. It just so happened to be this time.
It could be Bill's birthday rum exchange.
It could. It could be Walpurgis Night.
If you don't want it, if you don't want it to be for Christmas, it could be for Jamie's birthday as well.
It could be.
Jamie's birthday is 10 days before Christmas.
It is indeed.
So what do we got going on tonight, my friend? We got
I don't know.
pretty much everything we always do. We have a decent amount of hip hop headlines.
Well,
We
that's
have a
good.
couple of pieces of woo news.
Mhm.
We have a one and done that I had to look up.
Nice.
It's been a while. We have a record of the week that I'm actually surprised we hadn't done yet. But
Yeah, we hadn't gotten to that one yet.
we'll remind you who the artist of the month is. I believe we have this week and next week for the artist of the month.
I think so, yes.
And then we have an old to the new this week. Actually, we had 2 of them, so we're swapping out the old to the new that
Yes.
we had.
And
we're
you
going
may
with
hear
a
that
different
next
one.
week.
You may. You might. And you might
Yeah.
not.
But yeah, this is our what? Our 8th throwback Thanksgiving?
It is. Happy throwback Thanksgiving to
Yes.
the posse, to you, to everybody, and to Gail, who's back from a colonoscopy and all doped up.
Who made room for her Thanksgiving dinner?
She did her colonoscopy prep so she could come here and listen to some bullshit from us.
Yes. She cleared out. She needs a refill.
Oh, Jesus, she's making some dark spirits. She's if she didn't do the prep before, she'll do it after. That's a thigh wiper waiting to happen right there.
Yes, that colonoscopy prep. That's
No, I did that twice so far in my life. I can wait another 5 years to do it
see him in
again.
5 years. Yep.
So after the old to the new, I'll read some lyrics. We'll
Hopefully
talk
I
about
remember
the
to put
fresh
those in the
flicks.
show.
We have a non-fungible football league update,
We do.
and then we're going to call
Which
it
may
an
actually
evening.
make it into the show this week. Who knows?
Maybe depends on how fast we run.
On runtime.
So, would you like to hit us up with a little of that Triple H?
Sure.
This is hip hop head rush, Mr. Throwback Thursday.
We'll get on it. It's your tight.
I am so happy we get to use this as a source. Odyssey.com/1010 wins.
Yes.
You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world. Or as I used to say, you give us 22 minutes, we'll give you slightly less than a half an hour.
Half an hour, yes.
1010 wins, man. I know you remember those commercials before you moved down there.
Yep.
All news, all the time, 92.3 on your FM dial in New York City. And it used to be 1010 on the AM dial,
Yes,
so
it did.
it might still be there, actually, too.
But also having an FM.
So New York is your timeline on this. You have named this Hip Hop Looks at 50, which is better than a pirate looks at 40, which
It
is a
is.
Jimmy Buffett thing, I think. Next
Very nice.
year, hip hop marks its 50th anniversary. New York City Mayor Eric Adams is planning to honor it by partnering with some friends of ours known as the Universal Hip Hop Museum. And they
You
will
may
be
have heard of
hosting
them.
events all around the city in celebration. I have heard of them, and I got an email sent to me today that featured a certain contributor to the Hip Hop Museum named Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Hey, I know that guy.
Nice little shout out for the show, too. That was
It
really
was,
nice
yes.
of them. So hopefully we can get some hits off of that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was pretty happy to see that. You know, it's out there, and shout out to Kate Harvey for doing such a good job writing that piece.
Yes.
Making me look like not an idiot.
Kate's good at what she does.
She is.
And she's a patron.
She is.
And I've been seeing, it's funny, I've been seeing Adam more online, more of a social media presence lately. So, yeah, we're getting close now.
From across the world.
So Mayor Eric Adams talking about at a press conference, he was joined by some people you may have heard of. Grandmaster Flash, Roxanne Shante, Slick Rick, Daryl McDaniels, Master G.
Master G was on Shantae's show last week. I think it was last week. He was on Have a Nice Day.
The mayor says, "Happy birthday to hip-hop. Hip-hop is turning 50. We're going to have a celebratory party like we never witnessed before. The birth of hip-hop is here in New York City, and we are going to celebrate that birth throughout this entire city and go into venues. Venues that historically denied your right to be there."
Do you believe that he said it as something you've never witnessed before?
If he let Slick say it, it would have been.
Yeah. He was there.
The events kick off in 2023 with the city and the Hip Hop Museum planning to conduct 50 events over 50 days to celebrate 50 years.
Too bad they couldn't open next year. That would have been perfect.
Yeah, it would have been. The partnership will extend to places like libraries and other museums around New York. Hip hop uses the most words out of any genre of music, and I think it's important that our young people know how to use those words and make them work for them so that they can go further. And that comes from Ralph McDaniels, one of the movement's founders, Mr. Video Music Box.
Yeah. Use words like looped it.
But that word don't mean nothing.
No, it doesn't.
A lot of MCs like to use the word dramatical.
I've heard that out of one MC.
So just so you know, education is the fifth element of hip-hop, and that will be represented in this celebration as well. And, of course, Grandmaster Flash, they show him speaking, the granddaddy of them all,
Yeah. I thought it was Grandmaster Caz.
There was a lot of guys on that were quoted when Sylvia Robinson got her Hip-Hop Hall of Fame, or Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, the Ahmet Ertegun Award. They quoted a lot of people. Flash was one of them. Ice-T was one of them. I watched that this weekend. So
nice. Yeah,
as one of the
it's on HBO Max, so I'll be able to.
As one of the birthplaces of hip hop, the genre has roots all over the city, from Harlem to Bronx to Staten Island. With the partnership, the mayor and museum leaders hope to remind the public of how hip hop changed music and how it continues to grow and evolve a half century later. The Universal Hip Hop Museum is set to open a year after the 50th anniversary in 2024. It'll be located in the South Bronx, the South Bronx.
And we're planning to be there when it opens, so hopefully you guys are setting aside time, putting your vacation days in a year, 2 years in advance. And
because we will have a posse party like you've never heard before.
Yes.
We want to empower and uplift our communities using hip-hop, said President and Chairman of the Universal Hip Hop Museum and friend of the show, Rocky Bucano.
Yes.
We want to show truth to power in our storytelling, and we want to bring people together. Hip-hop is about unity. It's not about creating this diverse friction between each other. We want to make sure that we are all united with hip-hop.
Unite. Yes,
I don't know if we can call it a reunion. We've never really done one
before. It'll be a union. It'll be a posse union. And then we can reunion after.
It'll be a posse party.
Yes.
So 50-year programming, since we're talking about 50 years of hip-hop.
Talking about 50 years.
Multi-channel news, nexttv.com brings us this. Paramount has drummed up programming celebrating hip-hop's 50th anniversary. Showtime, BET, CBS TV and Paramount Plus will be offering original content surrounding the anniversary of hip-hop. Paramount-owned services, Showtime, BET, CBS, and Paramount Plus will be offering this stuff, while MTV Entertainment
We'll
Studios
start
will
playing
develop...
videos?
They didn't say. Will develop a slate of hip-hop documentaries as well as new episodes of the classic series Behind the Music.
I'm glad you didn't say Cribs. I would rather see Behind the Music on a lot
I
of
would
these
rather
guys.
see Behind the Music, too. I used to really enjoy the Behind the Music specials. Showtime, which has already aired several documentaries as part of the anniversary, including Supreme Team, Cypress Hill, Insane in the Brain.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
You're watching Video Music Box, and Ricky Powell, the Individualist, will develop a documentary feature around late hip-hop legend, the Biz Markie.
Nice.
Also on the docket is a series on the power of women in hip-hop and one on the rise and fall of the SoundCloud scene.
It's a thing. Or it
I
was a
can't-
thing. I don't know if it still is.
I see Ricky Powell, and all I can think of is Beasties. Homeboy, throw in the towel. Your girl got tipped by Ricky Powell.
Mm-mm.
And
Yeah,
that
you
was on
bring
Paul's
up-
Boutique.
It was. You bring up women in hip hop. I just tweeted the other day that who do I need to talk to get a new Queen Latifah hip hop album?
Well, maybe we need to talk to CBS because she's working for CBS right now. She's on
With
the
the
Equalizer.
Equalizer,
That's
yes.
one of the Paramount networks, so it makes sense that they'd be involved in it.
Yeah,
I
'cause
I used to stream Paramount Plus. I think I still have Paramount Plus.
I used to. I got a deal through Amazon. It was 99 cents a month for 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
and then it jumped to $10. And I said, "There's not enough programming on there for me to watch."
No,
for
there's not
$10.
enough. I mean,
I mean, with everything
we
else,
got
I
it. We were watching Yellowstone
Mhm.
in 1883, but now Yellowstone's on the Paramount Network, which I get through Hulu. So
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I was watching UMTV Raps classics
yes.
and Evil. I watched Evil on there.
So BET is going to be celebrating the anniversary throughout its signature shows, the BET Awards, BET Hip Hop Awards, and a documentary on the iconic series Rap City. You used to watch Rap City.
Basement. Yeah.
CBS will recognize hip hop's milestone during the 65th annual Who Gives a Fuck About a Goddamn Grammy Awards and will culminate with a historic commemoration later in 2023 with a special music event in partnership with the Recording Academy.
Where they'll give Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince their Grammy on screen this time.
Maybe.
Okay.
On the streaming front, Paramount Plus will offer 50 of the most iconic episodes of MTV Entertainment's original Yo MTV Raps,
Yes,
alongside the rebooted series, as well as episodes from Home Makeover series Hip Hop My House.
Is that a new thing?
Apparently so. I've
I
never
don't
heard of
remember
it.
that. Mm-mm.
So, see, we learned something today.
Yeah, it's like Pimp My Ride meets Cribs.
Something like that.
Pimp My Crib.
Or Extreme Makeover Home Edition. Where's Move That Bus? I don't see that happening.
Bus, get out the way.
That would be great.
Just have Luda come out for that part. He's the Ty Pennington of the show.
Move, bus, get out the way. Get out the way. That would be the best part of
I
that
would
show.
just tune in for that part. I wouldn't care about the rest
Yep,
of it.
and then I turn it off.
Yep.
Southwest knows what time it is. Oh,
They
well done,
do.
John. Extreme Makeover Homie Edition. I like it.
Yes.
John coming in strong with the quips. Southwest knows what time it is. TMZ Hip Hop brings us this.
Mm-hmm.
We talked
Because that's a thing.
last week, I
It
think,
was last week, yes.
about Flavor Flav getting
We are a full service podcast. We do follow up news.
getting shut out of getting on a flight because, as we stated, he likes to let everybody else get on the flight before him so people don't take up time and want to take pictures with him and hold up other people. So Flavor Flav was locked out of a flight and was really upset. But
Spirit
now Southwest has said, you come fly with us
we got you back.
and you won't have to pay.
Yeah, and they're throwing the companion seat too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which
not
is
only
huge.
Yeah, so it's you and a guest can fly wherever on Southwest.
Flav can now fly free on Southwest. He says, I'm getting a lot of love.
Yeah, he said other like Delta was hitting him up.
Mm-hmm. Flav and his camp were contacted by a Southwest honcho after they got wind of his Las Vegas airport rant after missing a Spirit Airlines flight. You know, where the tickets are $2, but the bag check is $465. dollars We're told that the executive from Southwest is a friend of someone on Flav's team and he made him an offer you'd think he simply can't refuse. Flying for free with Southwest whenever he wants. I wonder how that happens. Does he get like a unlimited gift card to buy tickets,
Yeah,
or
does
does
he
he
have a
just
code
flash
or-
a badge and say, I want a boarding pass?
Well, yeah. I don't know. Have you ever flown Southwest?
Once, I think.
Right. That's who I usually fly with if I fly somewhere.
I-
There are no assigned seats, so
Oh.
you buy a ticket, and when you get
Sit
your
where
ticket,
you want.
yeah, when you get your ticket, it's listed A1 through whatever, and then B1 through whatever, and C1 through whatever.
So it's listed by sections as opposed to seats. So you can
Right, but
sit
you
anywhere
can't-
within that section.
No, you can sit anywhere. What they do
Ah.
is they call A1 through 15. They
Ah.
get first pick of their seats, and then A16 through 30 or whatever, and then they bring the B section up, and then the
Okay.
B's pick their seats from
I don't
whatever's
think
left.
they did that when I flew Southwest. That was years ago. I think it was a flight home from Cleveland when I was working for the bank and was out on a business trip.
Mhm.
Because, you know, I did that trip like 4 times.
Yeah.
I did the Cleveland trip 4 times, and I did the Chicago trip once. So
Yeah, so
Love
no assigned
Chicago.
seating on Southwest. It's wherever you get in where you fit in.
I like it.
Mhm.
So TMZ broke the story that the Public Enemy rapper got pissed off and had a little heated back and forth with the Spirit Airlines people.
Mhm.
Spirit investigated the incident, decided Flav was right. The airline refunded him and upgraded him to Gold, its highest frequent flyer tier.
Not that he will be flying with them again, because he's flying free
No,
with Southwest.
and then he got a
What do you get for being gold frequent flyer on Spirit? Do you get to fly the plane?
It's like being the prettiest girl in the trailer park. It really is.
Yeah.
Now the dust is settled. Flav's got options. A rep tells us he's getting an outpouring of love from flight attendants with several airlines, including Delta and American. Delta Southwest sweetened the pot by, like you said, throwing in a buddy pass. And they showed a tweet replying to Flavor Flav and Spirit Airlines. It says, see, this is why you should fly with Southwest Air and let Donnie be your flight attendant. Apparently, Donnie sent the tweet. So
She knew what time it was.
and yeah, at the time it only had 2 likes, but I'm sure it's done much better.
It probably has more now, yes.
So Flav has a good history with Southwest. It says he played honorary flight attendant during a past flight into Vegas. So maybe the airline is in the driver's seat for his business. Either way, he's coming out as the winner after the Spirit rant.
Yeah. Also, Southwest used to, I haven't seen it in the past couple of years, the flight attendants, when going through the safety brief, made it quite entertaining. So if anybody, when you're done listening to us, or if you kind of get bored and want to pause us, go look up on YouTube Southwest safety brief.
Oh yeah,
And
it's all one-liners and jokes
Yeah,
and shit
yeah.
like that. So good for
So imagine
Flav.
Flav doing
And
that.
good, you know what? Good for Spirit making it right.
hmm
But good for Southwest for getting their name out there. We're like,
Oh
hey,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
this is what
Like,
we can do
just put
for
your
you.
name out there. You know, we could use some free flights.
Mm-hmm. Next article: Doggy Dogs.
Now,
Which
let me start by saying this was not in any of my news search. This was not in any of my Google alerts. This was sent to me by my wife last night. She said, "Did you hear about this?" And I said, "What?" She goes, "I'm sending it to you."
So Mrs. Throwback Thursday with a big
Yeah,
addition to the show.
this week. Yeah,
I love it. Comes to us from 13 News Now. I'm assuming that's one of your channels down
It
there.
is.
Snoop Dogg has released new pet accessory line called Snoop Doggy Dogs.
Yes, I was going to call this article Snooperpreneur. But the more I was writing it and looking at it, I'm like,
Looks like
that's
Snooper
going to
Pooper.
hurt to say.
Yep. So the entertainment
he's on the Master
icon.
P route. I mean, he's doing
He
everything.
really
now.
has. And entrepreneurs rolled out his new line of Snoop Doggy Dogs, which includes clothes and accessories for dogs and cats. Beautiful dog in
Because
the
it's a
ad
crazy
there, too.
mixed up world. It's a doggy dog world.
So, if my dogs ain't fresh, I ain't fresh. These dogs in their apparel are a reflection of the dog himself. So they got to look the role of a top dog. You dig?
Do they also have their own personal blunt rollers?
I don't think so. It's an extensive line, features things like dog apparel, plush toys, bowls, leashes, and more. Some of the pet accessories are takes on Snoop's very own outfits. They range in sizes from extra small to extra large, can retail anywhere from $15 up to $100. You know what, Gail? I'm kind of surprised he didn't do this sooner, too.
Yeah, I mean, but he does.
He does so many things, though.
He was always focused on his music, though.
Mm-hmm.
Until he got to the point where he said, I've done enough.
The music's taking care of itself.
What else can I do now that I'm sitting in this position? I own Death Row. You know, I've got my own miniature football league. I've got,
which he's had for like 10 years.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So now, with the Snoop Loops and,
and the cartoon.
Yeah. So he is now expanding into things that can take care of him
and
on their own, where he doesn't have to.
Whoever
perform.
in his family, yeah.
Yeah.
It says some of the line was released November 15th. Available for purchase exclusively at SnoopDoggyDogs.com. Now that's spelled Doggie,
yes.
not like his old rap name.
Right.
And dogs is 2 G's. The Amazon store also has them. Some of the collections available include Off the Chain, Boss Lady, and Throw a Dog a Bone.
Yeah, of course.
Snoop Dogg was without a question the most fitting and amazing partner we could think of in this dog and pet space, said the co-founder of Little Earth Productions, Rob Brandegee. Snoop's personality and authenticity are undeniably evident in our creative pet product offerings, and we couldn't be more thrilled to share the new Snoop Doggy Dogs brand with you ahead of the holidays. It's the perfect holiday gift for pet owners this season. Talk about a holiday treat. I love it, man. As somebody who dotes on my dogs, I might have to look and see if I can get my buddy and my Piper to be a little Snoopy.
Yes. I would stick down to the $20 range more than the $100 range myself.
Me too. 15 from me.
Yes.
Next article. No sleep till. LA.
Long way to go.
Long time to get there, yes. But it was worth it. No sleep till LA. And this comes to us from youdiscovermusic.com. Beastie Boys exhibit charting hip-hop group story is opening in Los Angeles. It's going to open at Beyond the Streets Gallery next month.
At Beyonce's Street Gallery?
Don't get me started. A new exhibition about Beastie Boys, not the Beastie Boys, no the, featuring archival items and memorabilia is set to open in Los Angeles next month. Exhibit will be presented in partnership with Golden Voice and will be held at the Beyond the Streets Gallery in Los Angeles on December 10th.
Did you say it was hosted by Exhibit?
No.
X to the Z?
It will be free to the public.
It will.
And remain open through January 23rd. God, I wish I was out in LA. I would go to that in a heartbeat. Yes, our West Coast correspondent needs to check this out and update us on this. The new display features items from the personal collections of Ad Rock, Adam Horowitz, and Mike D, Michael Diamond.
Mike D.
Plus original is your name Michael Diamond?
Nah, mine's Clarence.
Plus original handwritten lyrics, outfits worn by the trio in their videos, instruments, vintage merch, and a handwritten note that Madonna wrote to them while they were on tour together. Many of these items will be previously unseen by the public. Not only are we honored to be part of Beyond the Streets, we're happy that someone besides us appreciates all the weird shit we've collected and made music on for the past 40 years. That'll be on display, said Adrock.
Yes.
Beyond the Streets founder Roger Gatzman said the exhibition is inspired by photos in the 2018 book Beastie Boys book, which you have,
I do. It's right down here. I also have
Which-
the Sabotage book.
which shared the history of the group. Beastie Boys were a part of so many people's lives, which they were.
Which
You
they
couldn't
still
go.
are.
You couldn't go anywhere in from the 80s through the early 2000s
Yeah,
without
because-
eventually running musically into something Beastie Boys.
Yeah, I mean, when License to Ill dropped, it just took over the world. And, you know, I know a lot of people at the time thought it was a joke. Then Paul's Boutique came out and flopped commercially.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, people started realizing how good Paul's Boutique really was.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything
And now
from
it's
there,
considered a cult classic.
yeah, everything from there was immediately popular. I mean,
Paul's Boutique to me is the Rocky Horror Picture Show of hip hop albums.
except it's good.
Well, Rocky's good in its own way, but again, a
It's a
movie
whole
that came
movie.
out was a fucking flop,
Yes.
but found this second life as this midnight masterpiece
Yeah.
with crowd participation and everything,
And
of which
performing
you and I
casts
have both been privy
Yes.
to and part of. I had my ass whacked by a boat or in Virginia.
From Andy, wasn't it? Wasn't it Andy who did it?
It was Andy.
Yeah.
Because Andy, I was like, look, I drove 8 hours to get here. That's 8 whacks. He goes, oh, you in trouble.
Yeah. Now my children have both gone through that rite of passage.
Very cool. So in August, the boys teamed up with toy designer Super 7 for a run of Sabotage-inspired action figures. We talked about those.
Yes. Super 7, who, you know, does all the Czarface
Mm-hmm.
reaction figures.
And then earlier in the summer, they were honored with a street name being dedicated to them in New York City. So, other than the fact that MCA has passed, still pretty good to be a beastie.
Oh yeah, and forever will be. I think. I mean, nobody's going to come back, 20 years from now and go, yeah, they were white, so you need to take them out. They weren't real MC. No, nobody says
No,
that
they
the Beasties
they
weren't
are
real
MCs
Yeah.
because I'll tell you what, the rhymes they come up with, again, a lot like other MCs that take words that have no earthly business rhyming
Mm-hmm.
and making it work.
And they say aluminum.
They say aluminum bat. And as we heard before, homeboy, throw in the towel. Your girl got dicked by Ricky Powell. First time I heard that, I'm like, who the fuck is Ricky Powell?
Maybe he's the Eggman.
He could be the Eggman. He could be the Brown Hornet. You don't
He
know.
could be.
Next article. Questlove is for the children.
He
And this
is.
comes to us from, and it might be the first time we've ever used people.com
I think it might
as
be.
a source. People Magazine.
Mhm.
People.com, which used to be known as People Weekly before they dropped it.
I just know people are people.
People are people, so why should it be?
You and I should get along so awfully.
Questlove announces a children's book debut with a middle grade time travel novel called Rhythm of Time.
It sounds like a KLF album.
You kind of did. KLF. Uh-huh.
Now I'm pretty sure we just made the Hendersons happy.
What, with the KLF reference?
Yeah, it's not often you get to bring up 3 a.m. Eternal
Ha.
in any kind of conversation, let
I
alone.
thought 3 a.m. Eternal, wasn't that No, I'm thinking of Set It. Never mind. I'm thinking of Set It
Yeah,
Drift
no,
on
that's
Memory
PM
Bliss.
Dawn. Yeah.
That's PM Dawn.
No, 3 a.m. Eternal is the KLF because they're gonna rock you.
You know, I don't think I ever had that record.
I did.
Questlove
Beautiful
sharing
and-
his Questlove is sharing his love of time travel and hip hop with a young audience. The multi-hyphenate, born Amir Thompson, originally known as the drummer for the iconic hip-hop band The Roots,
Yeah, he's so much more now. But
is releasing his first children's book, a middle grade novel titled The Rhythm of Time, set to release April of 2023.
okay,
Co-authored.
I have to pause for a second because you have to.
KLF is gonna rock you.
Okay, they are justified and ancient, but the KLF is going to rock you. Sorry, go on.
So anyway, the book is going to be co-authored with S.A. Cosby, not to be confused
Not
with
to be
William H.
W.
Cosby.
H. Cosby, no.
No. The series opener is published by G.P. Putnam and Sons, an imprint of Penguin Young Readers. The book follows best friends Kasha and Raheem, two nerdy black teenagers trying to navigate time travel, family, and friendship in Philadelphia, born and raised, which, of course, is the hometown of Questlove. Speaking with People exclusively about his upcoming release, Questlove explains that what started out as a pandemic project has grown to encompass a lot of his favorite things. During 2020, I had a lot of time on my hands to tackle bucket list things I wouldn't have had time to do otherwise. I had this burning desire as a time travel obsessive myself to knock this out.
Look, that part right there is my favorite part about this entire article. I find out that Questlove is a time travel enthusiast.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the things about him that I've learned over the years,
That might be the coolest.
it might be. You know, it's not like, you know, you find out that somebody's a flat earther and you're like, oh, Jesus. No, that Questlove is intrigued, interested, and who knows, maybe looking into time travel.
So as part of the book, and this is really cool too, the book's action sees Raheem and Keisha's parents involved in the action as well. It was important for Questlove to speak to both parents and kids through these characters. For a lot of kids of color, when you were growing up in the city, it's almost impossible to not be in a constant state of fight or flight, he says.
Mm-hmm.
So parents might have a tendency to be very strict in that case, just in the name of survival for safety's sake. When you're living for safety, you're basically living a 24-hour existence. Like, okay, I made that 24 hours now.
Right.
Next night, I made that one. And as a result, it really doesn't leave much space for the idealized way that we see child rearing in the media. I wanted to have a kind of revision, he says. In the book, Raheem and his father butt heads over the younger's love for his favorite hip-hop group, a situation Questlove recalls from his own childhood.
And mine.
It wasn't just a group, it was the entire genre of music
yeah,
for both of us. As much as I grew up in a musical household, there was definitely a time when my dad and I would have constant squabbles about the music I was getting into once I was a teenager, once I started listening to Public Enemy and LL and a lot of old school hip hop. He was like, ah, man, you were so good when you were listening to John Coltrane. But here's the thing now that we're older, we listen to the hip hop and we listen to John Coltrane.
Yeah.
Because there's no rule that says you can't like both.
No.
Like I said, you're talking to the guy whose Apple Music goes from the new Disturbed album to Josh Groban to putting Daryl and Joe on.
To Pickin' Boogers.
Well, I haven't listened to Pickin' Boogers in a while.
Well, now you should.
He says, Questlove says, when you're writing kids' books, it's not just the kids that are in the room. There's also an adult in the room as well. I really wanted it to set an example for communication, for finding commonality among the two. Like the parents in the book realize how much they have in common with the kids. So I don't have anybody that age anymore, so I don't know if I'll be buying the book, but if I see it, I will definitely give it a glance through to see what it's like. So
yeah, I don't know. It's one of those, I may grab it just because I'm a fan of Questlove. I'm a fan of the idea.
mm-hmm.
And I want to see what he says about time travel and how he works it in.
Mm-hmm. Well, that might be
Because again, that is a very interesting thing to me. You know, I don't know if he's viewing it as like Back to the Future type.
And then when you're done, you donate it to your local elementary or middle school library.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
I thought so. I don't
All
have
right.
many of them. So, when
So
I
we've
get
had
'em-
we've had some pretty feel good stuff so far.
yes, that happens.
Now
once in a
it's
while.
time to get a little bit salty.
It happens.
Next article is called Mr. Irrelevant.
Yes, which is the last person drafted in the NFL draft.
Also, a word that was thrown around by 21 Savage.
Yes.
Uprocks.com brings us this. 21 Savage says that, quote, Nas is not relevant in today's music scene. I just feel like he got a loyal ass fan base.
Does that not make him relevant? That's the hard part for me. I don't understand.
No, you know what he's saying? He's saying people like you and me who still listen to Nas, we're not relevant.
Oh, well, we're not, but
But I mean, our whole, which is weird, we're the ones with the disposable income to spend
yes,
on
as we
music.
talked to with Eric Sermon. Yes.
21 Savage been living up to his name lately, acting like a drunk 21-year-old, thinking that he's savage, particularly when it comes to his participation in live chats with fans. He's been doing a lot of those as he promotes his new album, Her Loss, reacting to memes featuring his collaborator, Drake, who sucks, and declaring that he'd smoke Kodak Black in a hits battle, which
I don't even
nobody
know
wants
what
to
that
see.
means.
It's probably his way of saying, I'd beat him in a versus, but ain't nobody want to see either one of you.
No, I'm good.
He acquired another one of these moments over the weekend during his Twitter Spaces chat about Nas and Hit Boy's newly released album, King's Disease 3, which
You may
was
have
our
heard of
record of the week last week.
Yeah, you may have heard it here.
As some of the participants brought up veteran rap icon Nas's relevance, 21 Savage, who's 30 years old and wasn't even born yet when Nas made his debut in 1991 on Live at the Barbecue,
Mm-hmm.
had this to say, quote, I don't feel like he's relevant. He just has a loyal ass fan base and he still makes good ass music. If you make, first of all, I can't stand people who say ass after everything.
Well, what if it is a good ass stuff?
Loyal ass fan base makes good ass music. How does either one of those make you irrelevant?
I believe those are the things that make you relevant. It's not like, John, you're going to have to buy the new Questlove book in order to find out about time travel, what we said.
But then go back before you read it and see if you've already read it.
Yes. What the hell was I saying before John was talking about ass music?
I don't know, something about Nas and 21 Savage. And
Yes. About being irrelevant. Now, if Nas had not put out 4 quality albums, well, 3 of 4 in the past, 2 years, and we were just still out here talking about how great Illmatic was, and it was written, and yeah,
it was written.
Okay, then you're not relevant. You're just being reminisced upon. They reminisce over you. Yes, they do. But when you give them new music and it
bangs
better than anything maybe 21 Savage puts out, how does that make him irrelevant? If he's doing better at what you do than what you're doing, yet you're relevant.
Now, apparently 21 Savage thinks he's relevant because his album just debuted #1 on the Billboard 200.
Is it okay? And because of what? A single
Probably.
with Drake, was it not?
Yeah, I mean, Drake's on everything, so.
Right. So he is carrying the load there. A single 21 Savage track gets dropped. People talk about it because 21 Savage has fans, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But how many fans does Drake have? That would be like
shit ton.
the amount of people that listen to our show compared to the amount of people that would listen to us if we were on Joe Rogan's show.
And then it's
The
just some of the
fan
reaction.
base, the fan base is there to carry you
Mm-hmm.
into relevancy.
So Here's what some of this craziness is about. It says, is he right or wrong? I guess it depends on how you look at it. For reference, King's Disease, released 2 years ago, won a Who Gives a Fuck About a Goddamn Grammy.
Yes.
Debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200.
Okay.
But only one of the songs charted in the Hot 100 because it's not a single record. You know, it's not designed to put out a shit ton of singles.
Right.
Impressive is that its follow-up, released a year later, sold 9,000 more units and landed at number 3. And these were both indie releases with very little promotion. Nas has 5 number 1 albums to his name. 6 if you include the Firm album. So,
which you should.
Nas is also something of a media mainstay. He's been in commercials for Hennessy and Nike that make use of his legacy as a hip-hop pioneer. He was also in that Sprite thing when they had the artists on the cans.
All the good people were in that.
But it's not like he's going viral on TikTok, which is where the kids do much of their music discovery and share their interests.
Much of the SoundCloud generation.
Nas is doing fine either way as he keeps proving his impact and boasts on his new album that he'll probably have 16-year-old fans when he's in his 60s.
Yeah, because didn't we talk about this last year when we said, which Ball brother was it that said nobody listens to Nas anymore?
I think it was
the older one.
The oldest one.
Yeah.
Lonzo.
Yes, I was saying the one that starts with an L.
That's all of them. Lonzo, LaMelo, and LiAngelo.
And LiAngelo, yes.
So, at hiphopesp_, known as Bitch Please,
That's the name I'm going to start using for Mr. Throwback Thursday accounts.
21 Savage said Nas is irrelevant. It's funny because Nas at 49 years old just released 4 better quality albums than the entire discography of 21 Savage. But it's even funnier when Savage is being relevant exclusively thanks to Drake in the last year, like you said. And then at WishABHHH, 21 Savage literally sampled his song Taken in Blood. I don't understand why he called him irrelevant.
Oh, so 21 Savage must have made him relevant by using his sample, right?
This Onika Barbie. Can't believe 21 Savage weak ass had the audacity to say that Nas was irrelevant.
Yeah.
Clubhouse really showed how unintelligent, simple-minded, chatty 21 Savage is.
Clubhouse is still a thing.
Imagine anybody calling Nas irrelevant. And it's like, rap legends and icons can never be irrelevant. They already paid their dues and impacted the culture. Nas's Illmatic and Ether will outlive him. Nothing 21 Savage has done will ever have that type of influence and relevance in the culture. That is the mic drop moment of this entire conversation. Yeah. So I have to give full credit to who tweeted that out. That is at Beauty and Bars. So well done,
well played,
you.
Well played.
A winner is you. So, which, by the way, a winner was not me on that crazy bet I bet yesterday.
But that, I don't even know what to say about that because the Giants did that to us. And you let Matt Breida get in the end zone.
And Richie James.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous. Anyway, E40 in the air. Hot new hip hop. HNHH brings us this. E40 releases a new banger called In the Air Where It's Fair.
Yes.
And I believe
not something coming in the air tonight.
And I think he's on the Wakanda Forever soundtrack too.
He is, yes. Which I've still not seen.
I haven't seen Black Panther, so
yeah, but you're not a Marvel person. I've just not gotten
to
out
the
to
theater
see it yet.
Have you? Are you a DC person? Do you watch those?
I watch them often begrudgingly because, in general, what I found is that Marvel makes excellent movies, and DC does not. Marvel makes crappy TV shows, except for the Disney series, but that's like shooting a movie, so that's different.
Right.
Marvel makes crappy TV series, but Disney does them well, or DC does them well. So, like, as far as DC goes, the original Wonder Woman movie was great.
Yeah.
That was it. No other DC movie. I mean, like the new Batman movie. Most Batman movies are because you're going to see Batman. You know, you don't care about the rest of it. See, John says nobody watches the DC movies. Not true. I went and saw Black Adam, and it was boring.
Which is what I was going to ask you. Did you see Black Adam?
I did. I saw it on opening weekend because Regal was giving me extra points if I did see it on opening weekend. I was bored.
Really?
Just to put it, okay, I am a huge Aldous Hodge fan. Like, I'll see anything he's in. His character was okay. Pierce Brosnan played a good part, but the movie itself, bored. And
what's your impression of Dwayne Johnson as an actor?
I usually like him, not just when he plays The Rock in things.
Hold this what now?
You don't know who Aldous Hodge is? Okay, let me remind me to get back to The Rock. Aldous Hodge. Did anybody ever watch the show Leverage? Because Aldous Hodge was the computer guy, Hardison. Aldous Hodge played MC Ren in Straight Outta Compton. Aldous Hodge starred in the movie Brian Banks, which if you have not seen, everybody needs to go and see that movie. It's streaming now. It came out like 3 years ago. Brian Banks is an incredible movie, and Aldous Hodge is an incredible actor. Back to The Rock.
Back to The Rock.
Rock
John is just on fire today. I have never seen Leverage. I saw Leverage at my high school reunion. Yes, Dave Leverage, who a couple of weeks ago won a PBA 50 and over event.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes, I have a friend who's a professional bowler.
Yes. Dwayne Johnson often plays The Rock in movies. But the majority of those movies where he's playing The Rock, he needs to play The Rock because that's who they want. They don't want Dwayne. They want The Rock for that part. Jumanji, I thought he was awesome in.
Never saw the new one.
You need to see. Nice nod to Robin Williams in the first one. There's two of them. He's really good in that. And I think it's because he plays with Kevin Hart. Those two play off each other very well.
Which is funny because they record a lot of shit together and they constantly say, everybody thinks we like each other. I hate this motherfucker, he says. I don't think that's true. I think that's, but
if you can see the movie Central Intelligence, if you have not seen that movie.
I have seen that movie.
That is an incredible
That was a really
film.
Good movie.
Yes.
Really good. And again, with Kevin Hart as well.
Right.
But one of my favorites
Dwayne was
actually of
not
theirs.
The Rock in that movie.
No.
Even though Bob Stone was the big CIA, he was not The Rock in that movie.
No. I like that movie. I saw that at the drive-in, actually. Really enjoyed that.
So, so watch the new Jumanjis. There's two
and
of them.
eventually I'll get into the Marvel movies. Eventually.
Yeah,
before I
right.
die.
And Brian Banks. Everybody watch Brian Banks. I don't know what streaming service it's on, and if it's like something you got to pay $3 for, do it. It's worth it.
So we got on this tangent by mentioning.
Yeah, this will never
Wakanda
make it
Forever.
to the finish show, but it will be for the patrons, and some of them are here anyway.
So
Brian Banks, Shri, what was your mama?
E40, one of the West Coast's most important and prolific rappers, a legacy he continues to cultivate. In addition to songs like Too Big from this year with Mount Westmore, he just dropped this new record, In the Air Where It's Fair, with Cousin Fick.
Not Cousin It.
No. The Bay legend dominated the track with his trademark dizzying rhymes and offbeat flows and also released a video for it. So, E40, bringing out new music. And
I've reached out to him. I haven't heard back from him.
So hopefully we'll hear back from him by next week and we can play it as an old to the new.
Yes.
But yes, he also has a song on the Wakanda Forever soundtrack alongside Snow the Product. He has an
Mount
album with
Westmore album?
Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, and Too Short under the Mount Westmore moniker coming out on December 9th. That's probably going to be a record of the week when
There's
that
a very
hits.
good chance of that. Happy birthday to me.
Yes, that's a good. Yeah, I was going to say that's a good
we'll
time for that
record-
to come out.
Yeah, we'll record on the 12th,
Hmm.
and my birthday is that Throwback Thursday. So
Look at that. Played that well this year.
yeah,
So go check out E40 featuring Cousin Fick, In the Air Where It's Fair. So congratulations to E40 for still holding it down. Now, our last bit of hip-hop headlines, and you mentioned this to me earlier today.
yes, I sent you a video for this,
Yes.
and I don't know, maybe during the break I will actually play the video for anyone who's here. It's not going to translate well to audio, so. But
So
looks stable, lucid, and comes off well in the video. I don't know
Yeah,
if he's
sun even
medicated
shines.
or if he's just done.
sun even shines on a dog's ass some days.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Um,
wait till the break and you see.
You've named this one Yay 24. Yay 24.
Indeed.
All hip hop brings us this. Pass has announced the 20 presidential run with alt commentator Milo
The cat?
Yiannopoulos. Milo, I remember him a long time ago saying something really fucking stupid and getting booted off of every social media network that there was.
That's highly possible. It doesn't seem like he is a
So
person
Kanye released.
that is in their right mind. Saying a lot when we're talking about the other
Kanye
guy.
revealed. Yeah. As the adult in the
Insane.
room.
Yeah.
Pass revealed his presidential bid in a new video and is currently working with this whack job, Milo Yiannopoulos. In the video, Pass introduces the controversial commentator who recently served as an intern for Republican Congress bitch Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, well, that explains a lot.
Revealing that
Don't worry,
Yiannopoulos
Greg, you're here now.
is working on the campaign. However, it appears that Pass may have jumped the gun. When asked, is that an announcement? Yiannopoulos laughs, replying, I guess it is. Thanks, I accept. So, yeah, Kanye just likes to hang out with these kind of people. This guy,
He does. I
Yiannopoulos,
mean-
resigned from Breitbart and lost his entire social media following in 2017 after comments he made the year prior about relationships between older and younger men.
You gotta
I
work
think
pretty hard to
particularly-
get fired from Breitbart.
I think particularly in the gay world outside the Catholic Church, this is what he said on a podcast back in 2016. If that's where some of you want to go with this, I think in the gay world, some of the most important, enriching, and incredibly life-affirming, important shaping relationships very often happen between younger boys and older men. This can be a hugely positive experience.
You notice he took this away from the church while he's actually probably talking about the church, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Pass has introduced $20 campaign merch for
This
It's-
part
it's-
is really
we got the Balenciaga with
Yeah.
the Yee 24 on it, he says.
yeah, he's got all this stuff from Balenciaga, from Gap, from Adidas, all the work that he did with all these other companies. He's got all the merchandise. And he said he's cutting it up and selling it for $20. I don't know what cutting it up means. I don't know if it's a term that I'm just not hip to, or if he's literally just going to cut them into pieces.
I have no idea.
But he was saying he wants everyone to be able to have the same thing. So, like, I'm not going to go out and buy Balenciaga anything, mostly because I'm not a label whore, but I don't want to pay the money for
Right.
whatever it is. He's saying everybody should be able to have Balenciaga, whatever, if they want it. They shouldn't be priced out of it just because they say we're going to charge more because our name is on it and it's a status symbol. That's what he was saying in the interview. And it was really strange to hear that out of him, because he did go in years past to all of these upper echelon companies because they sold for so much more. That's why he wanted to be there. He wanted to. So again, check the show notes and watch the video, which we're going to watch at the break, and see how, never thought I'd say this, how sane and stable he comes across in this video.
Sun even shines on a dog's ass some
Hey.
days.
Maybe he's getting help. Maybe he just put on one giant act, and now he's I don't know. I don't know if he's that good of an actor. I don't know.
Maybe he started taking his meds. Either way, that is it for Hip Hop Lines for episode 460. We are going to take our first break of the evening. When we come back, we're going to have a couple of pieces of Woo News, and then we're going to get into some music on Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 460. Coming right back at you.
Greg, now that you're here, you should look into the holiday rum exchange that we're doing. I tagged you, but it appears that we are not friends on Facebook, so it didn't matter if I tagged you. Here, listen to him, just the calmness that he's speaking here.
Come to the office. This is Milo right here.
How you doing,
Working
Milo?
on the campaign.
Oh, right on.
Is that an announcement? I guess it is. Thanks. I accept. Sorry, so good. So boom, right here. We got the Balenciaga right here, but it's the Yay 24 merch on it. You know what I mean? This is... Hey guys, what's your name?
Giuliano.
This is Giuliano right here. He was
Hey.
filming me outside, so I said, just come inside. Let's check out what we're doing right here.
How are you guys?
Right here, so this is where we're cutting patterns.
It's just some
We're
dude who was
making-
filming and
Come on,
walking.
you can take these out the back and wait out so we show.
Thanks for having me here, Connor.
Absolutely. So we got some of that right here. That's the Yay 24. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. So you are running.
Yes.
That's awesome, Kanye.
Simple.
Simple as that.
I know nobody can tell me,
Yeah.
you should say this, you should say that, It's just we're moving towards the future. Like, so what we do here is I'll cut up, 100 hoodies from Yeezy, from Balenciaga, from the stuff we did at Gap, from the stuff we did at Adidas, and everything we do is going to cost $20. We need to make sure that everyone can receive the same level of cuts, the same level of food, same level of water, same level of education, the curriculum, the engineering. We're beings with engineering opportunities. We're getting past the past. We're focused on the future.
Right.
Here. I'll walk you down. Oh, wait a second. We got some of the drip coming in.
All right. New stuff, Kanye?
What'd you say?
Those are new?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I know this is an oversized look. You wear oversized?
Yeah.
Here, take this.
Oh, yeah. Thank you,
We'll make
Kanye.
another one. Here.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me, Kanye.
Absolutely. It's Jay, bro. It's Jay.
Yay.
Dude, if this guy sucks his dick
Call me
anymore.
Frank, everyone
Oh,
has
yeah.
it.
Sorry again. Yeah, we're too used to it.
It's gonna take us a while to update, right?
Yeah.
It's almost done.
much for
But this is- we also- that's all-
having me, Kanye.
as
Shut the
species, we need
fuck
to
up.
update together. Everything's been so divisive. Think about when they say diversity. People look at that like it's a good thing, but we're the United States of America. We're a universe. We're a university. We're a republic.
he came across very sane, very calm, very well spoken. He actually seemed happy, where I have not seen him even appear happy in a multitude of years.
I still don't believe it.
No, you don't have to.
Like I said, a sun even shines on a dog's ass. He's gonna come out and say and do something really fucking stupid.
Oh, I'm sure it's right around the corner. But for right now, I watched that video. Like I said, he seems stable, which he has not in so very long. Like I said, I don't know if he's taking his medication. I don't know if somebody stepped in and straightened him out. I don't know.
I'm gonna hold out judgment on this.
There's none to be had. I mean, don't vote for the guy. He's obviously crazy still, but and whoever his old man, young boy, gay partnership vice presidential candidate would be, probably not the people you want to be hanging around with. No, that's what we're saying, John. He has repeatedly. This video was the departure. He will go back to saying crazy is what we're saying.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm looking for an drop.
I was going to say, you can find us a good drop.
I'm going to look for one.
Get into that woo.
So we can woo.
Woo. Woo, motherfucker, woo.
This was going to start off and everybody just say, I know what that one is. Okay, there we go. Yes, no, I was in no way endorsing him for president. No one should vote for him. I was saying I was happy that he sounded stable. All right. Do I have any messages I have to check before we get into the next segment? No, my quarterback is out and in my starting lineup. I don't care. Hey, Chuck, chill out, retweeted me. All right.
All right.
Yeah, no, I have Kyler Murray starting in one of my 3 leagues where I have him. I don't even know why I still have him, but I didn't have an option to take him out in the other one. And I think that's the one where I'm playing against you in the Kings of Sport League. Do you remember you're in that league?
I do remember I'm in that
Okay.
league. I actually looked at my roster on that. And
No way.
Yeah, because it's so hard to upgrade your roster in that league.
Oh, I know, especially with the franchise out there, whatever his name is now.
Franchise is a dick.
Inner Circle Elite. Is that what his name is now?
Whatever his name is. You know what his name is? Douchebag number 1.
It is. 1-1-1. I don't even think I'm making the playoffs in that league this year, but if I do, all I want to do is beat him. That's my goal every year, is just to beat him and knock him out.
I did that one year, and I think the entire league congratulated me.
Yeah. Nobody likes him. I don't know why Nate keeps him in there, but it's his league, whatever. All right. You ready?
No, but that's never
Good.
stopped us.
No, and it should not. Otherwise, we would have no show. To the Hendersons, who probably have not been listening lately because they were on vacation. December 5th, we will have DJ Diamond tentatively on the show. You should look him up, DJ Diamond, the artist, and see some of the stuff he's done, because you guys are going to have some questions since he toured with Prince. And on that note, we will hit this drop with a Shri. Woo's your mama?
Everybody's spitting it, the rhyme is hot, cause it's Big Shug Guru and Freddie the Fox. When Premier bring the beats, no, it just don't stop.
Yo, what up? Peace, everybody. This is Freddie Fox, a.k.a. Bumpy Knuckles. That's right, Pop Duke. You're checking out the Classic Hip Hop Podcast with my boys Jamie and Bill. That's right, it's Mr. Throwback Thursday we're talking about. If you ain't listening, you slipping. Don't forget, in order to learn history, you got to talk to people who know it. Jamie and Bill know it. Mr. Throwback Thursday. Check it out. Classic hip hop in the building. Salute Freddie Fox, aka Bumpy Knuckles, signing out.
That's how it goes for all them faking ass niggas and how I bust up they nose. And while your nose is dripping and draining blood, I'll be standing over you screaming, nigga, what?
1 2 1 2 1 2. What's good, yo? This is Ghostface, Staten Island, New York. And right about now, it's time for Woo News with Jamie and Bill. I know what it is. Get it correct, Mr. Throwback Thursdays. Jamie and Bill. You know what I mean? On Woo News. That's what's going down right now. Y'all check this out. Exclusive. Peace.
The RZA, the Jizza, Raekwon, Master Killer, Inspector Jack, You God, Method Man, Ghostface Killer, and old dirty bastard.
It's now time for Woo News with Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 460. I didn't hear ODB.
It's there.
Okay. Maybe, you know why? I think my headphone wire came out, so.
You're on mono.
I was on mono, yes. So, Woo News coming at you here for episode 460. We got two pieces of it.
Woo.
As we woo. Today in hip-hop history, you have called this on this day.
Yes.
The Woo dropped their third LP 22 years ago today.
Yes, while not an official anniversary, it is on this day as we record.
And it was just called The W.
Yep.
As opposed to The R. So, as much as, this was their third studio LP, I think.
Yes, it was not a commercial success.
No, because it came out right after Wu-Tang Forever, which was a double record and did really, really well. This one felt a little short, but it did. I mean, it was good. It wasn't.
It's still a Wu-Tang album.
Yeah. When you
And
release
it's not,
three albums,
Better
one of
Tomorrow.
them, when you release three albums, one of them has to come in third.
Yeah.
This one came in
Again,
third.
It's the You God of Wu records.
Mm-hmm. Which means still pretty successful.
It's still a Wu-Tang record.
And there are, I'm sure, people who'll say it's their favorite, but I've never met them.
No, and those people would be wrong.
So
I will judge you on your favorites.
at the time of this production and release, Wu-Tang member ODB was facing a legal saga with seemingly no end, as he always was.
Mm-hmm.
And that may have stopped his ability to grace the album more than once, because he's only on this record once. It didn't derail the clan's creative process and ability to execute. So RZA toned down the intricate instrumentation that was on Forever and went back to the whole style of 36 Chambers, where it was the samples with the drum patterns, kind of
it was
a whole lot
RZA.
of minor chords and stuff. Very RZA.
Yeah.
The album was an international success commercially. Peaked at number
Like David
5 on
Hasselhoff?
Billboard. Yes, international success. So,
John Tesh.
happy anniversary to The W.
Yes.
22 years today, that record came out.
Maybe it needs to be a refresher for some people.
Yeah, we might have to see if we can't do something about that. Happy OD birthday.
Yes, this was last week, but after we recorded last week, so I didn't put it into the show last week.
The Source. Once again, happy heavenly birthday to ODB. The top 5 most memorable old dirty bastard moments. That get
I hope one of them is a McDonald's.
Well, if it isn't, it should be. So in honor of the 50th anniversary of hip-hop, Dirt Dog, Osiris,
Big Baby Jesus.
Big Baby Jesus, and any
Dirk
other
McGirt.
name you want to give it. Old Dirty Bastard,
Ace
Russell
on
Jones.
Unique.
Ace on Unique, yes. He more than a rapper to those in hip-hop. His personality,
Oh, yeah.
demeanor, representatives of the soul of hip-hop. And he never let the fame...
He's on a Flavor Flav level of artist. He is much more than a rapper. He is a hip hop personality.
I'd say that's true. And let's see what the performing as a fugitive of justice is one of the first things they mention. In honor of his 50th degree day, we put together a top 5 list.
County is known as a fugitive.
Top 5 list of some of Big Baby Jesus' most outrageous and memorable moments. In the fall of 2000, ODB was facing 2 charges for drug possession, had 2 separate warrants out for his arrest. He didn't lose any sleep about it.
Thing to do.
He took to the stage at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York, performing exactly 1 verse before having to hit the fucking bricks. He even gave his fans a warning before gracing the mic, saying, "I can't stay on the stage too long tonight. The cops is after me." He busted out 1 bar and was like, "Gotta go, gotta go." Taking a limo to pick up food stamps.
Yeah, that's the one a whole lot of people know about. That was on MTV, wasn't it?
Yes. Who wouldn't take advantage of the opportunity to pick up a government assistance check in style? Not ODB, that's who. In an MTV News interview, Dirt McGirt takes MTV and the viewers at home on a unique ride down to the welfare office in a fully loaded stretch limo. If that wasn't good enough, his response when asked why he is so blatantly making a mockery of the welfare system, he responds, "They owe me 40 acres and a mule anyway."
Yes, yes.
Number 3 on their list, interrupting a speech at the Who Gives a Fuck About a Goddamn Grammys.
Yes, which is probably the one moment out of all these that most people remember.
In 1988, way before Kanye embarrassed Taylor Swift on the VMA stage, ODB took to the stage to voice his opinion on Wu-Tang losing Best Rap Album to Piss Dookie and the Family's No Way Out.
Now, was this before or after Horatio Hornblower?
I think it was before.
I think so too, but I'm not sure.
Unfortunately for some, ODB didn't make it on stage until Sean Colvin was on stage making her acceptance speech for winning Song of the Year for Sonny Came Home.
Which I don't know.
You don't know that song?
Mm-mm.
I'm sure you would if you heard it.
Maybe if I heard it. And the only reason I know the name Sean Colvin is because like 9 times over the past 9 years of doing this show, you have mentioned that name as the person who ODB interrupted. And that's the only reason that I know the name.
So much after Piss Dookie was awarded his Grammy. So Sean Colvin's on stage, ODB jumps up, and the infamous happens. We have audio from a video. Yes, he had a great suit on. We could play the video, or I could just do my ODB and say, "I went and bought me an outfit today that costed me a lot of money today because I figured Wu-Tang was going to win. I don't know how y'all see it, but when it comes to the children, Wu-Tang is for the children. We teach the children. Puffy is good, but Wu-Tang is the best. I want you to know that this is ODB, and I love you all."
It's awesome, and you should check the show notes and actually watch the video. If for some freak nature, you have never seen it.
Number 4 on their list, giving an interview for the children with no shoes on outside. One of his best interviews ever, ODB goes on a rant about being only for the children on the streets of Brooklyn, while barefoot. At first glance, it may seem strange, but if you think about it, the prophets of old were more than likely shoeless. Trying to picture Big Baby
like
Jesus
Joe Jackson
speaking to his disciples in a pair of crisp white Air Force Ones just isn't right. Maybe Big Baby Jesus was onto something.
See?
And finally, he made a video with the Carrie, who has been thawed out and is ready to sing her Christmas song.
Yes.
Just when you thought...
We talked about that. Didn't he keep all of the outfits that they gave him for the video shoot?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he kept changing the words and shit like that.
and showing up late. And
Just when you thought there was only a dirty version of ODB, he opened up his offside and collaborated with Mariah Carey for her Fantasy remix. Carey ended up being one of Dirty's closest confidants, writing him letters of support during his 2-year incarceration in upstate New York.
was he an Ossining?
He might have been.
That's the only
He
thing.
might have been
when they
even
say,
further up, actually. There's one up Warren County.
anytime
That's
they
way
say,
upstate.
yeah, anytime they say, and he was serving time upstate, I always think Sing Sing.
Sing Sing, yep.
Or
So
Greenhaven, but depending on who you're talking to.
Last bit of Woo News for episode 460. You God is still not very good, and the birthday boy ODB is still not living.
He is not.
So now that that's out of the way, we are ready for some music.
Are we ready?
We
or are we just going to do it?
Well, let's just do it. See where it
Okay.
goes from here. We have a one and done for episode 460. The
We
one
do.
and done came to us August 24th, 1993.
A number. And I believe I had this cassette and it was red.
Running 50 minutes and 36 seconds long on Rowdy Records.
Mm-hmm.
Produced by Dallas Austin. Man has 2 cities in Texas in his name.
He does. He was super producer
For a while.
in that time frame. Yeah. Isn't he also the father of Chili from TLC's Kid?
Yes. Colin Wolfe, Diamond D, Eric Sermon,
Might have heard of that guy.
Spearhead X, Biz Marquee, Cool V, E Lock, and Lord Finesse.
Upmaster Cool V.
They only have him as Cool V.
I
They
know.
don't list him as Cutmaster. These are all the producers on the only studio album by American rap duo Illegal. And the name of this record is The Untold Truth.
Mm-hmm.
I have 12 tracks on The Untold Truth.
As do I.
Track number 1, and John's going to think it's garbage. Track number 1, Back in the Day. It is
When I
not
was
an
young,
intro.
not a kid anymore. Oh. Oh, warning, in case you didn't know, these are kids. I think we actually did Jamal.
Back in the day when I was a teenager. Ha ha ha. It's just a fast ass. Back in the days when I was a teenager. Ha ha ha. It's just a fast ass. Back in the day when I was a teenager. Ha ha ha. It's just a fast ass. Back in the days when I was a teenager. Ha ha ha. It's just a fast ass. Back in the days I stayed paid. I slayed and sling them things. Never had a drink and I never had a bucket fling. I didn't have mine. Just the time will come back. I needed that fast money. So
Yeah, Illegal. It was Jamal. I don't remember the other one, but we did Jamal as a solo artist when he had gotten older.
Yes.
On here. I'm pretty sure the cassette was red. That's really bugging me that I can't remember. But I know they were the anti-Criss Cross, and Criss Cross was the anti-ABC of the time period. There's a lot of anti-antis going on around here.
Track number 2, Illegal Will Rock.
Like the KLF.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to rock you?
Illegal will rock. It don't stop. It gonna get stuck. It don't stop. Illegal will rock. It don't stop. It gonna get stuck. It don't stop. Illegal will rock. It don't stop. It gonna get stuck. It don't stop. Illegal will rock. It don't stop. It gonna get stuck. It don't stop.
As I'm stepping to my shit and I commit to rip the funky style that I kick on that track that Diamonds it. You're fucked up if you get physical. The last nigga that jumped at me, condition was critical. So this my
They come across, and I'll have to look at the time periods of who was first. But they come across very much like the youngsters there. You know, back in the Cruise Pop. Cruise Pop is the hip hop, pop, pop.
I remember that vaguely.
Yeah.
Track number 3, Head or Gut.
Yeah, it sounds like Bruce Willis in The Last Boy Scout.
1993 illegals in the motherfucking house. Breaking new motherfucking ground. Head and cut where you want it, head and cut. Pop, pop. Head and cut where you want it, head and cut. Pop, pop. Head and cut where you want it, head and cut. Pop, pop. I ask you what you want it, where you want it, head and cut. That's a cold rip shit. Niggas wanna talk shit, but it's a clip. That goes up in the 9 and double Olympics. So if you really wanna throw nigga, go for bed. I got a new tune, nigga, for boom, now you out of here. I may be young, but I'm quick to smoke a nigga. You wanna play me, teach you by your vocal with the joker, nigga.
Track number 4, Crumb Snatcher.
Yeah. Diamond D once again, you know what I'm saying? Illegal in the house. Crumb snatchers. Snatching up all crumbs. Taking over.
I'm the original crumb snatcher, making money master. Choose to do what I gotta do, cause I have to die to survive. Take a ride down the dark side, dipping in, I'm jabbing with my man. Diamond D, ride. Tell your little story, listen close to what I say. When I stole one smoke, I couldn't stay home.
They could stay home all day.
Track number 5, We Gets Busy.
Mm.
Yo, check it out. Coming right back at you with another slamming hit. Illegal in the motherfucking house. With Eric Sermon taking over in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? He doubled on the solo shit. This is how we gon' do it. We getting busy on this track. Hey yo, check it. We do it like this.
Illegal bait the lawnmower and Crystal bait the grass. That's his 8 MCs. Cause why ABC whip? Illegal cuts that ass. The way that I approach you and think I was a Gigi. That's why I took the time out to say that I get busy like Dizzy.
I get busy like Dizzy Gillespie.
Track number 6, Stick 'em Up.
Stick 'em up, stick 'em.
Stick 'em up, 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 stick 'em up. We wanna know all you ever got to we can come and keep one things up, sticking up on the store, running up on the store.
I didn't wanna do a buddy team. I gotta have to shoot up. I went the corner, no shit. My 9 is out of bullets.
This angry youth.
Track number 7, Understand the Flow.
It's time to blow up on this one. Hey, yo, Mike, check 1, 2, 1, 2. Illegal in the house. For the 90s. Hey, yo, Dollar, swing the track to the left one time.
Now if you understand the flow, let me hear you say. If you roll like a nigga, if you understand the flow, let me hear you say. If you roll like a nigga, if you understand the flow, let me hear you say. If you roll like a nigga, if you roll like a nigga, come strap to the show. We blitz from the moment, shoot the nigga in the front row. See that's the time to shit him on because I don't give a fuck about them. So see the drama for your mama, nigga. See,
Track number 8, On the MIC.
This one features Lord Finesse and AG. Friend of the show, AG.
Produced by Lord Finesse.
Not by DJ Mike Smooth.
To set it off, I got the proper ammunition, the skills of a veteran, versatility, and great determination. To rip any MC who tests the ill, lynch juvenile, chickens out town now. I'm sending a message to all your little MCs out there. I'm about to cause you all many frights and nightmares.
Many frights and nightmares.
Track number 9, Ban da Iggity.
Ooh.
This is Little Malik in the house, you know what I'm saying? I got Jamal on my side. Hey, yo, Dallas. Kick the track.
Word him up, hey yo. Now you can goose who get with this, so you can goose who get with me. But if you're down with you, so you guess the booze who bit. Eggity can't see whose style choose. Malik style, you ain't cool. Check out school. Now goose who go and sing the blues. Cause even if you take boozy blues, you can understand the MC ooze. Choose, Eggity get bruised, fools, you lose. Best to go and get goose. I get shot with my Uzi. I can ooze so fat. I make the copy like.
Ooh.
Track number 10. Lights, camera, action.
You're on.
Yo, check this shit out. Believe we coming right back at you, boy. Pick up to left eye. My manager, my stepmom, X-Man on the track. So we getting busy once more with the E-Dirt. Pick the phone, never be low. Yep, I rock, never stop till I reach the top of the pop. So leave me see you move your head, get down and be up. Like door knuckle pop, get your gutsies on my jaw. Get out, oogie.
How did they sound like a preteen Onyx?
I got the mic, now you say, oh shit, because you know I'm gonna rip it.
But that's the way the youngsters came off too.
But do you hear what I'm saying about the way they stylistically cut off their consonants and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm not, it's not a complaint. I like it a lot. But that's what it is to me. It's preteen Onyx.
Baby Onyx.
Track number 11, Interlude. 29 seconds goes right into the last track on the record, If You Want It.
Here it is. Come and get it.
Fucked up. Just spearhead X. Illegal on some other shit. Passing the joint around some big size. Rest of the crew. 93 been fucked up in the cater. You know what I mean? For the real niggas. Where's my gat? Niggas wanna jack cause my pockets fat.
You bring the beat in, V. On the producer tip is Bismarck and Koofy. On the boards is my man, Busy Everett Ramo. And this is for Illegal. And we're gonna do a little stuff like this. Bring it on down!
If you want it, run up on it, then you run it. If you want it, run up on it, then you run it. If you want it, run up on it, then you run it.
Only if you want it, yes, I really want it.
If you want it, run up on it, then you run it. If you want it, run up on it, then you run it. If you want it, run up on it.
That is your one and done for episode 460, The Untold Truth by Illegal.
Yes.
Charting action on this, dude.
Really?
Yep. Let's see if there were any singles, first of all. There were 3 singles released.
How about We Gets Busy?
Yes.
Back in the Day?
Yes.
I'm going to guess on the third one because there's no other plays on here at all.
Uh-huh.
And go with On the MIC just because it's a Lord Finesse and AG track.
Nope. Third one was Head or Gut, which was a Criss Cross and Da Youngsters diss track.
Look out.
So, yes, let's take a look at the Back in the Day to see if there was any charting action on. Let's see. The song peaked at number 80 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Singles and Tracks and number 21 on the Hot Rap Singles. The last release from the album, Back in the Day. The next one, We Get Busy, was the second single released after the diss track. It was, wow. Huh. Most successful of the 3 singles that they released, making it to number 4 on the Billboard charts, including number 1 on the Hot Rap Singles chart.
Damn.
So, okay, here's the 4 charts it was on. Billboard Hot 100, 95. U.S. Hot R&B Hip Hop Singles, 57. Hot Rap Singles, number 1. And number 27 on your favorite chart.
No way. But murder, she wrote. Oh, sorry.
So let's go back to We Gets Busy for a second. We Gets Busy, as I saw the second thing on here, Billboard Hot 100, 95. U.S. Hot R&B Hip Hop Singles, number 57. Hot Rap Singles, number 1. And number 27 on your favorite chart.
No way. It's not often you get to play both of them.
No. Which is why I had to go back and do that.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And the record itself charted on 2 charts. On the U.S. Billboard 200, it hit number 119. on the U.S. top R&B hip-hop albums, all the way up to number 19. Not a bad showing for the only record by Illegal, The Untold Truth.
Cranky says he's Pepperidge Farms on this one.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. Next record. We talked about this.
Did we?
A record celebrating an anniversary, as it were. Your record of the week for episode 460. November 21st of 2000. That is 22 years ago today as we record. On Loud and Columbia Records, running 59 minutes and 4 seconds, produced by Mathematics and RZA.
Sounds like pizza.
This would be the third studio album by classic American hip-hop group Wu-Tang Clan. This is called The W. And on the heels of Wu-Tang Forever, this record only had 13 tracks on it.
Yeah.
But John is going to be happy.
Yes.
Because track number 1 is Intro, subtitled Shaolin Finger Jab Chamber Music. But it's a 4-minute and 26-second intro.
It is.
I must tell you that the clan is a danger to the public. But still, for many men, just to hear of the name fills them with hate and loathing. But why? They never harmed anyone. I'm afraid they did. In the past, there's something that I would like you to do. First, I'll tell you about their style, clan techniques, the main style.
Finger jab.
Yo.
I would like to say if I were ever in the adult film industry, my name would be Shaolin Finger Jab.
Caught me off guard on that. Track number 2, Careful, subtitled Click Click.
We are watching the whole... Careful. 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 Careful.
Wait, hold up, chill. What's that, son? Damn, nigga got fucked. Shit, huh? Pause back. Watch nigga run. Careful. 7 the center of your 8-point son. Hold tight grip on the guard you. Now you best be careful.
Track number 3, Hollow Bones.
Yeah. Hey, yo, what's going on, man? Yo, man. Everything is everything, man. Just get that cream right, man. For real, man. You know what we striving for, man. We got family members. Hey yo, high potency top. Smoke a bag of black and feel the vibe. Born to be wise, be form on the rise, the corner mean 5. Horns in the sky.
Track number 4 featuring Reggie Noble. Redman. It's called Red Bull.
Ooh.
I came to do. Mama, ring the bell so it's time to eat. Brick dog stash weed in the Omni seats. Bomb inside the palm. Doc rock a wife beater with me beating my wife ass ironed on. The front, my pump built like the clumps. To carry it, I take the spear out the trunk. I stay hungry. I ain't worked for days. That's why you see the pump when the curtains raised. Blast, don't panic. Do I gotta explain how I tame and lock the rap game single-handed? Hell no, I won't tell you, son. If I find a
Track number 5, featuring Junior Reed, One Blood Under W.
Oh, that's weird. One blood, one blood, one blood. That's Junior Reed.
You coulda go from the Ima, you go from jungle. Coulda go from fire outside, you go from so I feel one blood, one blood, one blood.
I was rolling, showing my age, unshaven, rugged with my Timberland boots that paid. I walk with a slight lean from the weight of my heat.
One Blood by Junior Reed is one of my favorite dance hall tracks of all time.
Track number 6, featuring Snoop Dogg. Conditioner.
Conditioner conditions the hell.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of taking motherfucking bullets for niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel you, my nigga. Section 45 getting chased by the government. Shit like that. Bitches, you know, mindscaping, trying to set a nigga up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. MC Conditioner, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Tired of taking motherfucking bullets for niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? Catching 45, people chased by the government. Shit like that. Bitches, you know, mindscaping, trying to set a nigga up. You know what I'm saying? MC Conditioner. You could never shake this boy's up and
Track number 7, Protect Your Neck, subtitled The Jump Off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we like to welcome to you, all the way from the slums of Shaolin, special uninvited guests came in through the back door. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dance with the Mantis, no for slim chances. Chantis, anthem, swing like beat samples. Taking it straight to big man on campus. Brandish your weapon or get dropped to the canvas. Scandalous, made the metro panic. Call static, with or without the automatic. And while I'm at it, yo, you got
Track number 8, featuring Nas, Let My Nickelbacks Live.
I'm gonna be walking down the streets minding my own business, and bam! I'm gonna be shot by some pig who's gonna swear that it was a mistake. I accept that as a part of my destiny. Si es mi destino morir en la calle como un perro.
That's right, that's right. Yeah. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, let my niggas live. We showing proof, get paper. Catch me in the caper on shrooms, yo, let my niggas live. We real niggas that's guard body, challenge anything, make major moves. Let my niggas live. We giants, live off the land lions, post with iron, no crying rules. Let my niggas live. Hey yo, let my
You get the picture.
Track number 9, featuring Isaac Hayes, I Can't Go to Sleep.
When I'm with you.
Watch how I spill one. He's the Biggie, Tupac, Big L and Big Pun. Havoc on the streets of static. Snitches, house niggas, children watches, they produce the same pattern. Somebody raped our women, murdered our babies, hit us with the cracks and guns in the early 80s. For those that murdered me shall stand before God, to fall at the hands of fate, then out comes the rod. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. What the fuck is going on? I can't go to sleep.
Track number 10, Do You Really, subtitled Thang Thang.
This one's got DJ K Slay on it.
Yo, this is a Wu Banger 2001 noise maker off the hook gorilla anthem. This is DJ K Slay from around the way, and I smack the shit out of any of you DJs that front on this shit.
Smack the shit out you.
Indeed.
I heard y'all niggas like the bang bang. Do you really? I heard you niggas got them thang thang. Do you really? I heard y'all niggas like the bang bang.
I never play a fan of the fame. I got love for the game, never lust for the dames. I got dust in my vein, little off in the brain. Kid talks for the slang. Slipped a little blow with the rap Eddie Kane. Spent a lot of dough, it's so hard to explain. And I fucked a lot of hoes off the strength of the name. Wu-Tang, see me at the next X with the game. Snowboarding down the ski rain, it's a blue and gray frame. Keep pointing the finger, I'm that nigga to blame.
Track number 11, featuring Busta Busta Rhymes, The Monument.
Yeah, now. What the fuck now? Flip mode, Wu-Tang shit. What the fuck now? Yeah. Historical and monumental shit. What the fuck now? Yeah. Straight smack a nigga right in the face like this was handball. I make a mural out his face up on a damn wall. Niggas play hard and shit. If you know what's best for you, y'all niggas better safeguard your shit. Even though we rep brass knuckle rap.
Track number 12, Gravel Pit.
Mm-hmm. Check out my
So check this out. It's the jump board right now. I want everybody to put your rope down, put your guns down, and report to the pit. The gravel pit. Leave your problems at home. Leave your children at home. We gonna take it back underground. I be Bobby Boulders. Wu-Tang Clan on your mind one time. It's the jump off. So just jump off, my nigga.
Check out my gravel pit. All this dirt unraveling. Wu-Tang is a city that I travel with. Don't go against the grain if you can't handle it.
Holocaust from the land of the lost. Behold the pale horse.
Finally, track number 13, last track on the record, featuring Junior Reed, Ja World.
To the hearts of all flesh. Yeah, stand your heart.
Oh God, I beg for forgiveness. So help me, Lord, yes, I beg for forgiveness. Deep in my heart, please, I'm crying for forgiveness. Allah, you Akbar, I fall to my knees for forgiveness. Branded by the steel iron.
One blood. Oh. Bring it back, Junior Reed on me.
And that is The W by the Wu-Tang Clan, your record of the week for episode 460. 3 singles released off of this record.
3 singles. Careful?
No.
No?
Oh, yes. Yes,
Okay.
Careful. Subtitle, click, click. Sorry about that.
I Can't Go to Sleep?
Nope, that one's not on there.
And just
You were
because
singing
I want,
one of them.
I was just saying, just because I want to say Junior Reed, One Blood.
Nope, actually the other two were The Jump Off, Protect Your Neck, and Gravel Pit.
Oh, I assumed that those were, but they weren't just from this record. Those are both on 36 Chambers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I wasn't even thinking about the 2 of them.
But they weren't released off of that. They were released off of this. Which is weird.
It is.
So, Protect Your Neck. Let's see if we have charting action on it. We do not.
Because Protect Your Neck is track 10 on Into the Wu-Tang.
Yes. And then Gravel Pit.
Check out my gravel pit. Oh, mystery unraveling.
So Gravel Pit had some charting action. UK singles? No. US Hot R&B Hip Hop Singles. That's what we want. Number 70.
Okay, player.
US Hot Rap Songs, number 20. And US Rhythmic at 34. And the album itself, let's see, there was a third one, right? I said.
You did said.
And I don't think.
Oh, you lied to me.
No, Click Click didn't have any charting action.
Okay.
The album itself, though, was on the U.S. Billboard 200, peaking at number 5. And the U.S. Top R&B Hip Hop Albums, peaking at number 1, which, because it's Wu-Tang, it does not surprise me that is the case. And year-end charting for the year 2001, Billboard 200 year-end, number 95. Top R&B hip-hop albums, year-ending, number 50. For The W by the Wu-Tang Clan, your record of the week for episode number 460.
Yay, yay.
So we will remind you of the record of the week and the one and done. So you've got Wu-Tang Clan and Illegal by The Untold Truth by Illegal.
Yes.
Artist of the month for this week and next, Rampage. So go check out some Rampage before the end of the month. And then we have an old to the new, and I have to remember to substitute out the old to the new.
Yes. Make it so you have the correct old to the new.
The old to the new comes to us from the first hip-hop band in history.
Yes.
This is Fallen Soldiers by classic hip-hop legends Stetsasonic.
Fallen soldiers.
Fallen soldiers.
Fallen soldiers.
Fallen soldiers.
Can't believe when I heard Coolio was Cowboy, Furious 5, Furious Lovers. It hurt me when they told me that Marky D was Takeoff and my brother Sean P is King Gone, Miss Melody. Can't wrap my head around the fact that Biz Marquis ripped my heart apart to know that Skylar Rock. Jimmy Spicer, Super Rhymes, Captain Rock. Years ago, I found out MC Trouble, Heavy D, the overweight lover. For some D's, my brothers from the block. Merc, TC, Jesse, Trisco, Dr. Rock. Who would have thought I'd be saying MC Breed? Fife Dog, who be with Q-Tip and Shaheed. Dada Rock from the Fantastic Five. I'm alive, but I feel like my tribe. Fallen soldiers.
Fallen soldiers.
Fallen soldiers.
Fallen soldiers.
Trouble, T-Roy, and Big Pun in their prime there. Tupac, Biggie, MDL do a crime there. DJ Doc, Nice, a.k.a. Buff. Don't you think that it's enough? Even Guru. Too poetic, I remember standing next to me. It also broke my heart about Houdini's ecstasy. Black Rob, I don't believe he's DMX. Hard to believe he's ODB. Please don't tease me. Bring him back to life. What we want easy. Jam Master J, it was hard to hear. Craig Mack, he put the flavor in my ear. And the man named Dog coming from the west side. Shock G, who brought that Humpty Hump ride. And the world's most educated rapper, MD. And Mr. Magic's rap attack and what it meant to me.
Fallen soldiers.
Fallen soldiers.
Fallen soldiers.
Fallen soldiers. Now raise your lights high so they can see as we roll call this hip hop in memory. You know a list like this could get hella long if unmentioned, not forgotten. So sing along. We going mob deep for the God prodigy. How Jay Dilla make us all wanna move our feet. Or K Slay and his DJ legacy. Easy Rock, it takes two, slam the industry. To no surprise, waterfalls for many eyes. We lost Aaliyah and of course Lisa Left Eye. Them young lords who pass on unnaturally. Like Young Duff, King Vaughn, and the PMB. Like too many Pop Smoke died tragically. Like Nipsey Hussle who showed all what we can be. Before you sip that water, toast in memory. Gone too soon, fallen soldiers making history. Fallen soldiers. Fallen soldiers. This is the roll call. We're gonna start it off with Love Bug, Star Steve, and Paul C. Woody Wood of Southside Queens, now that's my peeps. Stretch, Soldier Slim, Mac Dre and $500,000. MF Doom and Dims, them London boys in the house. Canada. M-Dot from the Bronx. Miss Me from Houston. Fly Sean from Chi-Town. Most definitely. Hold them lighters up in the air. Hold them lighters up in the air.
I got nothing to say about that, man. That was like every freshen piece we have run in the last 6 years.
Yeah. Yep.
And, you know, it had that little come together
Mhm.
background thing.
Yes.
Some of the names he mentioned, I had completely forgotten about at first, and I was like, wow.
I think Easy Rock was the first freshen piece we did on the show.
You might be right. So
I'd have to go back and look.
John said this is powerful, and it certainly is. And Stetsosonic's always been trailblazers. That was really good.
And I was happy. I messaged Daddy earlier today, and I didn't hear anything back from him, and that's why I wasn't going to play this. And it's out there. Obviously, we should be allowed to play it, but as you know, I like to reach out to anyone I can to get their permission. And just before we went to air, I got a message back, all capital letters, said absolutely. So thank you to Daddy-O, and thank you to Lion, because I reached out to Lion as well.
Yeah.
About playing this. Because this is one of those things,
Great
it just
track.
needs to be heard.
Great track.
Yeah.
Old to the New for episode 460. Fallen Soldiers by Stetsasonic. Your Artist of the Month, Rampage. Record of the Week, Wu-Tang Clan's a W. One and done for this week, Illegal with the Untold Truth. It is time for our final break of the evening. When we come back, it will be time for Bill Reed's lyrics.
Yeah,
Oh, no. That tells me all I need to know. If that isn't cue enough for you to come back, I don't know what is. Come on back to Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 460.
Alrighty. Let's see what we got going on, Sean. I need a drop. And then I need the motherfucking piano. How about, what haven't we done in a while? We've done this one. I was actually talking about this one the other day with someone. I think I just saw a thing come across my screen that said Garoppolo threw a touchdown to Ayuk, if you have either one of them. John.
Garoppolo's on the bench for me. I'm done for the week.
John was saying he needs a lot of help, so. Alrighty then. Where is, there it is, okay. All right, so I'm gonna hit this drop, and then we'll come in with some lyrics, if everybody's feeling that. So let's do that with a Shree. Who's your mama?
And now, directly from the planet of Brooklyn, MC Light as a rock.
1 2 1 2, mic check. Check it out. This is MC Light, and you're listening to my boys Jamie and Bill on Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Guys watch, even some of the girls clock. Step back, it ain't that type of party. No reply if you ain't somebody. Get out my face, don't want to hear no more. If you hate rejection.
But it starts with Bill. But it starts with Bill.
Bill S. Preston. Called reading. Top to bottom, left to right, top to bottom, left to right. Together as a sentence. Words together as a sentence. Take Tylenol for any headaches. Take Tylenol for any headaches. Fido for any cramps. For any cramps. Most people normally don't listen to the lyrics, but they should.
Welcome to Bill Reed's lyrics.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 460. It is indeed time for Bill Reed's lyrics.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, it is.
This is not horrible.
No, hopefully.
We've had worse.
That's not saying much. But
the great man once
all
said,
right.
I've had worse. Yes. So I'll come over to the private Shizat, and I will send you this link over Chong.
Oh my God, that's a name I haven't seen in forever.
The Battering Ram.
Part of the Rhyme Syndicate?
No, before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I've heard him been mentioned.
Yes. He was mentioned in the Rhyme Syndicate. He may have been a member. I won't say no. I may be incorrect. But he was back in the early Battering Ram. You know that song?
Yes.
That's him.
All right. Wow. That was not the name I was expecting to see on this week. So that's good.
Well, good.
Where am I going?
You're going to verse 2.
Does it say verse 2?
It does.
It does. Because I don't read ahead. Okay, there's verse 2. And am I going down
to the chorus? There's no need to read that.
No.
So with no type of ado?
You know what? I'll do is I'll read the first line and the last line of the chorus.
Okay, that's fair.
As opposed to reading the same line. What looks like 7 times.
Yes.
Okay.
So with no type of ado, Sesame Street Grover Stiley, whether nearer.
Oh my good Lord! I hope Richie's not listening to this.
We will cue.
Richie Shook better not be listening to this.
He's a motherfucking piano. You did read ahead.
No, I just saw the first name. Now Judy is your best friend, right? But did you know Judy's pussy was tight, so tight that I couldn't get it in? And you call that bitch your best friend? But what you didn't know, that Judy was a freaky hoe. I mean, she hung on my nuts like, I mean, she hung on my nuts like, I was freaking that bitch real tough. So hard, I made her toes curl up. Girl, you know that I'm no Juan, especially when the man's in the boat. So don't get mad at that. Because I'm fucking pretty hoes in the rack. And I'll wax them backs. Now ask yourself, who's the Mac? If your friend's seen me, what would I be? I'm just a pimp ass nickelback from the sea.
Yay.
I really hope Richie doesn't listen this week.
You better hope Judy doesn't listen.
I don't know if she does anymore. We haven't seen her in a
I
while.
don't know.
But
the Wacko Assassin?
The Wacko Assassin. We love Judy, by the way. Don't
Yes.
You know. It just happened to be the name that Toddy T used in this song. So if you're wondering who the hell Toddy T is, this would be Toddy T featuring Mixmaster Spade.
Of course.
Off of the Ultimate Collection Volume 1.
Not David Spade.
No.
No.
Not a spade is a spade.
No. Not
So
Jack of Spades.
No. So,
What
do
time
we
you
have
got?
time
How
for
mu-
a
I don't know.
fun-
How much time we got on the clock? What do you see?
We are at 2:03.
And
And by the time we cut out some stuff,
we'll be under. I don't know if we have time to do. You can just run down the
who
the
won and
projected
who
winners
lost?
and losers real quick.
Okay. Do you want to play the intro? Because that's the best part, you know.
Well, it is in my opinion.
Yes.
So,
So it is time for non-fungible football.
Hello. You play to win the game. Playoffs. I'm talking about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs. I just hope we can win a game.
Unlike the New York Giants and the New York Jets this week.
I want to talk about that stupid Jets game.
I couldn't believe when I saw how they lost.
Now imagine me watching that live.
I can't even imagine what you went through. The Jets could pick up a running back, though.
Oh.
The Broncos have waived their leading rusher, Melvin Gordon, after another fumble. They don't have Breece Hall, so they need somebody.
They've got James Robinson. They've got Michael Carter.
I was going to say who they picked up off of the scrap heap.
Yeah.
But Melvin Gordon is a good pickup, though.
Yeah, what are we going to do with him? Pay another running back? We
Something
just
like-
picked up James Robinson when they said, "Oh, Travis Etienne's our future," which he is.
Yeah.
We don't need James Robinson. And then Breece Hall went and tore his ACL, and Jets went, "Who'd you get rid of? All right, we'll take him."
Yep. Whole lot of people around the same record coming into this week. Game number 1, Nick Chubb Rock. That's me. Coming in at 5-5 in 5th place. Going up
Nice.
against Dr. Tim, Arrested Belichick at 4-6, 10th place. 1 game separates us and 5 spots in the standings.
Wow.
Well, now it's going to be 2 games separating us.
Well,
because
the same thing that happened to the Jets. They were in second place. If they won, they'd have been in first, but they lost, so they're in 4th.
So now Nick Chubb Rock, myself, goes to 6-5 with an 88-67 win over Dr. Tim. That one's over.
It's over.
Game number 2 on the list. CJ Uzomagod.
Danger.
At 6-4, third in the league coming in against Ron E.J. with Suck Up Dax Cup O'Bucker Sauce. At 4-6, coming in 11th place.
Mm-hmm.
And Ronnie's going to drop to 4-7.
It sure looks like it.
And you're going to jump to 7-4.
Undeservedly, because I had a doo-doo week.
So did I, but I had somebody who had a more doo-doo week. This next one should be a final. Belichick yourself, that's Becca. She's going to go to 8-3, coming in second place in the league with a victory over No Digsity, who's going to drop to 5-6. It's not over. That one it depends on who.
Current projection has John winning.
has. Oh, does it really? Look at that.
Yeah, 'cause he's got Kittle, Ayuk, and Robbie Gold.
Okay, so we will hold off on this
Looking at it, Kittle and Ayuk both have touchdowns.
Yes, right now they do.
Yeah.
He's right now he's only 12 points behind in the second quarter, and San Francisco's up on the Cardinals. So that one may not be as over as I thought.
Yeah.
So John, we're gonna hold serve on that one.
Yes, I need John to win that one.
Next game, who's that? AJ Brown.
This one is over.
Over. Goes to 10-1. Stays in first place, 112-94 over Pitt's squad. Not to be confused with Hit Boy.
No.
And that's Hugo, and he's going to drop to 5-6. MC Aiden featuring DMW. That's Sanket.
What a strong win.
Yes, he's going to move to 5-6 on the year.
And he's not even done.
Ian's going to drop to 5-6 on the year with the Ahmad Sauce Committee Part 2. No, he's not even done, and he's projected to get about another 20 points out of this.
Yeah, you got Christian McCaffrey and D-Hop, so
he's going to be the big scorer for the week, I'm sure.
He is.
And are you ready for this nonsense?
Is it kind of like, are you ready for Freddie?
It's over.
Oh my God. Danger.
It is. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. The San Francisco defense could push Manny over the top, but as of right now, Manny is 3 points down, 3.5 points down.
Yep.
On Felicia, who's either going to bump up to 2-9 or fall to 1-10. We really have to see what the San Francisco defense does.
Yeah, because this is getting scary.
They get another turnover or so. I've had some good weeks from defenses putting stuff up. Now, the live projection has Felicia winning this by 4.
Mm-hmm.
But we shall see, said the blind man.
To his deaf son as he picked up his hammer and saw.
Now, before the final verdicts here, if the playoffs had started this week, we would have had, who's that? A.J. Brown and Belichick yourself in the bye positions. No Digsity would have faced me. C.J. Ooze, oh my God.
Danger.
Would have faced Pitt Squad. Now, that's probably going to change based off of what happens tonight. But we will look next week at week number 12 when we get there and see what happens. Because it is getting crazy tight as far as the standings go.
Like that girl Judy?
Easy. Easy. So I'm going to move into second place in my division, but that's still going to put me 4 games behind Greg. So
yeah, he's on a tear this year.
He really is. So good on him.
Yeah.
You know what happens? He's going to be the elite. He's going to go on a tear, and he's going to lose in the second round of the playoffs because he's going to have a bye in the first round. But I also like to look and see who's doing what on the waiver wire.
Mm-hmm.
And Greg the Leg Zerline got sent to waivers.
Did he now?
Yes, by your son. Anyway, that is the Non-Fungible Football League update for week 11 in the league. And we're probably only 1 or 2 more weeks away from the playoffs, I think.
Yeah, I think playoffs. I think we start week 14.
I think so.
I think. Let's take a look.
So we shall see.
But in the meantime.
And in between time.
If you would be so kind.
Is it time for me to change my hat?
It is. So you can go from Bill to Phil. And you know what? Just because.
If you see, I did find my hats this week. Oh, look at you. Woo! Bringing out the red cap. Taking me to the cleaners. You got the red cap taking me to the cleaners. That is a Hyde Park reference, brother. Nobody else but me and you is going to get that.
No. Unless Ronnie's listening.
Unless Ronnie's listening, yes.
So how about you take us home?
The Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast is an official affiliate of the world's strongest coffee, Death Wish Coffee. You can find them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and deathwishcoffee.com. You can use the code TBT for 12% off of your order. Although right now they are having a sale. Depending on how much you buy, determines how much you save. So go check out Death Wish Coffee.
Have that on Rumble all day.
Oh, I know. You would have saved a hefty penny.
Yeah.
Go find that at deathwishcoffee.com, the world's strongest coffee. Our friends also of the show, Def Rugs. That would be Marshall Fox. And Eric Sermon, defrugs.com, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Def Rugs. Handmade, high-quality, hip-hop themed rugs. And go order your Def Rug today. Jamie has 3 of them, I think.
I do.
So
one signed by Eric Sermon. One signed by Africa Bambooty. And
Bambooty.
And the other one is not signed by anyone. But it's a Def Squad one.
And hopefully a 4th one will be upcoming with a very familiar logo. So Def Rugs, go check them out. Also check out, because it's getting to be holiday time, it's time to get your peppermint bark. And there's no better place to get peppermint bark from our friend Heather Lent up in Schenectady, New York. She is the proprietor of the Bittersweet Candy Company, where she makes candy and chocolate that is handmade, small batch, different, and
she also makes a s'more on a stick.
Okay, then.
It is a giant marshmallow covered in chocolate and rolled in graham crackers.
See, I'm not a marshmallow guy, so that's all you.
It was delicious. It's like the dark chocolate covered circus peanuts.
That I'm willing to try, yes.
You should.
So Bittersweet Candy Company, check them out on Facebook and order at bittersweetcandy.com. Use our code THROWBACK and save 10% off of your order at the Bittersweet Candy Company. And
Cranky says I like weird stuff. He has no idea. Tell him.
Yes. Yeah. Do you remember the Cholito from Taco Bell?
I do, fondly.
I know you do. Crimes against candy. Only because you haven't tried it, man.
That's the truth.
Because I thought that too until I love Swedish Fish, and I never thought I would like chocolate-covered Swedish Fish, but I really like chocolate-covered Swedish Fish.
Yep.
And I knew I was going to say, I know Gail likes that white chocolate with the dried cherries in it.
Yes.
And on cue, there she is. So go check out Bittersweet Candy. Also, check out Melted Mike's, MLTDMICS.com. Hip-hop themed t-shirts from our friend Pumice T. Mendola. Go check out Melted Mike's and use our code Mr. Throwback Thursday and save 10% off your order there. And finally, as we're getting very close to the holidays, get your orders in now because I'm pretty sure it's going to close very soon so you can start making your orders. And that is Geek Like You, to be found on Etsy.com. Search for Geek Like You. That is hip-hop and pop culture themed items from the sick, twisted mind of Mr. Throwback Thursday himself and his sick, twisted wife, Mrs. Throwback Thursday.
Yes. Been busy lately. I think I got 15 open orders right now.
Mm-hmm. Christmas ornaments available for you to order. Very cool ones. So go check that out at Etsy.com/shop/geeklikeYou.
I just did a Hellraiser Christmas ornament.
Social media network for the show. We will start with where we always start with MrThrowbackThursday.com, the home base for everything TBT. You can go there. You can check out all the links on the website, including the show notes, including the Friends of the Posse, Friends of the Show, Posse Wall of Fame, all that stuff. You can also click on that microphone. You can also click on that microphone and hit us up, which we really enjoy when you do. So please go hit us up, even if you just want to say Happy Thanksgiving or what Christmas record are you going to do this year? Because we've done 8 of them, and I have no idea where we're going to find a 9th, but Jamie always finds one. You got 4 weeks to find one.
I know.
So
I've got 2 right now.
So MrThrowbackThursday.com. Our social media handles. Follow us on Twitter at @the_MR_TBT and Bill_MR_TBT. Also, my Instagram handle, Jamie's Instagram, is Mr. Throwback Thursday. You can like the Facebook page at Mr. Throwback Thursday and home of the TBT Posse. You can check us out on itsfreshradio.com every week on Fresh Radio from 6 to 8 a.m. on Thursdays. And if you are so inclined, you can send us emails to MrThrowbackThursday@gmail.com.
And I'll even answer them.
Shout-outs time.
Yay.
We're going to give a shout-out to the lady who's back from her colonoscopy. Shout-outs to Gail Dunmeyer and Manny Baez and Sarah Henderson and John Henderson. The West Coast correspondent who is going to hopefully check out what we talked about in the news today and get back to us, Hugo Gonzalez, Sanket Patel, Teresa Lynn Simple Luxuries at teresalins.com, Clay Arsenault, Jason Eckert, the Shrieking Warrior, Jennifer Buchanan, Jacob O'Neill, Jason Heath, Paulie Tibbert, Chris Kinsley, Jessica Walker, Deshauna Townley, Shane Hatley, Ricky Schnarr, Kenneth Elsfelder, Mr. Cranky Pants Brian Hollenbeck, Robert Jeffroy, Kate Harvey, Mark Merriam, Catherine Liska, and Canadian Ken Dwinell. They get announced every week because
or more.
If you want to get your name mentioned every week, become a patron. Go to patreon.com/MRTBT or MrThrowbackThursday.com. Look for the little link that says become a patron. Don't forget our friends in the industry. As always, check out Anthony Imran and the Rug Boy over at the Jock and Nerd podcast. Check out our friend Talking Ty on her webpage at BrooklynTyNYC.com and her show, What's the Word podcast with Brooklyn Ty NYC. Check out our friends at Sequilibrium. Go check out the hardest working turntablist in the world, DJB, on itsfreshradio.com. We mentioned them before. You can also get that Fresh Radio app for your phone. And we also want to mention Wild One Radio at wildoneradio.com, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and other times as well, depending where you are in the world. Go check out Wild One Radio and find out. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. Find us, share the good word. Before we end for the week, it is Throwback Thanksgiving this week. I would like to wish you a very happy Throwback Thanksgiving, my friend.
And to you, sir.
I would like to give thanks to you, to the posse, to my family, to your family. And it's going to be a pretty low-key celebration, I think, here this year.
Yeah.
We've had some losses. One very huge loss. Thanksgiving was my mother-in-law's absolute favorite holiday.
Favorite, yeah.
I miss you, Mom. I love you. And I'll make sure the punch is nice and strong so you can taste it wherever you are. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Take good care of yourselves. Don't drink too much, and if you do, don't drive anywhere. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands.
Wash your butt.
And until next time, keep it classic.
And like Arthur Carlson said, as God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
And always remember,
new school stale, old school fresh.